Hi guys, this is May Dodelal from YesFinanciallyFree.com. Hi guys, this is May Dodelal from YesFinanciallyFree.com. Thanks for being live on my blog this morning. I wanted to say a little bit about myself and let you know that I usually live stream other channels at the same time. But I wanted to say hi to you because you're on YouTube and on my blog. And I want you to know that if you have any questions, you can always ask me. There is a place on the right where you can enter your first name and email. Always do that. That way you can get on my email list and then you can email me any questions you have. All right, so we're going to get started. I'm just going to start my different live streams now. So we are going to start that. So I do all kinds of lives at the same time. That way I can do the same broadcast once and then everyone gets it. So my Facebook Live, and you can see that on my blog actually when I'm live on like Periscope and all the other channels. So hi guys, this is May. I am live on Facebook and I am live on Instagram and I'm live on Periscope. Hi, Love You Something. Welcome to today's topic. Thanks for the hearts. Thank you. So I'm going to switch it over so you can see me normal. Hi. Thanks for being on. Thanks for being a fan. If you're not already, let me tell you a little bit about myself. My name is May Dodelal, and I live in Honolulu, Hawaii. Hi, Texas, K9, welcome. I live in Honolulu, Hawaii, in Waikiki. So I used to have a lot of money difficulties. Hi, Gonzo. Guys, hi, Butsy. Hi, guys. Welcome. Interesting names you guys have. But anyway, today's topic, I'm going to review Dean Graziosi's Millionaire Success Habits live event. So I just went to that not long ago, and then I went to the advanced seminar as well. So I'm going to review both a little bit here so that you can kind of get an idea of what's going on there. So Christina is here. All right, Christina. Welcome. So anyways, hi String F, welcome. Welcome, guys. Let me know where you're from. Let me know where you're coming in from. So, hi, Erie. I live in Honolulu, Hawaii. I've been here since 2003. When I got here, I was not, I was kind of pretty poor. I was a poor student, kind of like, I don't know. I saw this one episode of Homer Simpson where they said the poorest creature on earth was a graduate student. I was a graduate student, so I was extremely poor. Hi, North Carolina, welcome. I really was. I think that was the poorest I've ever been in my life. But anyway, I moved here and I was getting educated and all that. And then later McAllen, Texas, on your lunch break. Cool, welcome. Thanks for coming on your lunch break. It's 6:30 a.m. here in Hawaii time, so I wake up and do these live broadcasts before my son wakes up, and he wakes up later. He's 4, so I like to take care of him. Used to be I would go to a job too. So used to be I would have to wake up early just to go to a job. And now I don't have to do that. So let me tell you why that's going on too. So you understand my story a little bit. I had some money difficulties. I used to be poor, but then I got a job and then I started overspending. So I became paper poor. What that means is I had a ton of debt, right? So instead of having just no money and living poor, I suddenly had money, but then I started overspending. So then I had like over $30,000 in like credit card debt, personal line of credit debt that I used to consolidate the credit cards. And then I maxed out my credit cards again. Hi, Yo Mismo. So hi, Ashwin Redot. Hi, welcome. So I had all these issues with money, right? Overspending, and thinking that if I spent money on certain programs or whatever, I would get out of my misery, right? Learn how to have money, ever go to those make money from home events and stuff, which I'm going to talk about today, one of them, right? So anyways, that was my issue back then. And so my spending got a little out of control for me. I didn't make a ton of money. I was a banking assistant. So my salary was almost the same as my debt, right? My yearly salary was about what I owed. So I started bouncing my rent checks, bouncing things. I remember going into my boss's office at a bank, hi, look, Captain Photo Art, and telling him that I needed some help because I kept bouncing my checks. And since I worked at the bank, it's kind of a bad thing to bounce your checks at the bank you work at, because every time you don't every time you have a check that doesn't go through, and the bank has to pay for it, you owe the bank money, and then they charge you a fee, and it's just not good. So he actually helped me chart my net worth and apply for a loan and get those lines of credit, which then made me even more debt, but he didn't know that at the time. Anyway, I don't know. I think banks secretly want you to be in a lot of debt in a way because they need you to have debt to pay them interest, right? But anyway, moving on. So I finally, since back that started in like 2009, overspending, 2010, 2011, it was pretty bad. I finally, in 2011, stopped using credit cards because I was like, forget this. You know, I'm obviously not doing well with this credit thing. Hi, Isana, welcome. Keep getting into more and more debt. So I just stopped, right? Stopped using credit, and I kept paying it down. And finally, in April of 2016, I was completely debt-free. So the over $30,000 of debt was gone. Thank God, because it was like such a pain in the ass. If you've ever had a lot of debt and it like, I was paying like $1,300 a month just in consumer debt payments, just so annoying because I was like more than half my salary. It was crazy. Actually, it's pretty crazy when you think about it. So when I finally stopped paying that debt, I felt pretty free. All right, that's the first thing. But that wasn't only it. You see, during those years where I was paying down debt, I actually did take programs that taught me some things learn about passive income, research it, you know, find out how to make it. So I did. I researched, like, you know, I used to read Smart Money magazine when they still printed. Really like that magazine. They don't print anymore. But anyway, different kinds of things to learn how to invest. So by the time this 2016 came along, when I paid off all my debt, I was already making about $500 a month in passive income for my family. So, and that's per month. Okay, so it pays in our accounts per month, and then we have an extra $500 every month. Hi, White Rabbit team, welcome. So anyways, with that extra $500 a month, hi Periscope Coffee, I decided to quit my job. I quit my job in December, and I started a business where I taught other people how to pay off debt, create passive income so that they don't have to work so hard for a living. So you can imagine if I cut out $1,300 a month from debt payments, added $500 a month in for passive income, that's like someone's salary, right? So anyway, since then, I've been growing our investments, learning new ways of creating passive income. We bought a condo in Waikiki in 2017, August. We went on 5 weeks of vacation in 2017, which was amazing. We went to Niagara Falls. We went on a cruise to the Mexican Riviera. We went to Canada. We went to Washington, D.C. We went to LA. So it was kind of an amazing year for me because I've never been on that much vacation in my life, honestly, I don't think. Hey, thanks for the hearts. And never bought a property in my life. So 2017 was like, whew. Plus, I got clients in my business, and now I coach people on how to create financial freedom. So that's my story. If you missed it, just rewind to the beginning, okay? Now, before I begin, I want to let you know that I have a blog called yesfinanciallyfree.com. And on that blog, there is a way to contact me and get on my email list where I'll let you know whenever I do these weekly webinars. And I do one every Wednesday. They're always really informative, and they tell you everything that I can find that's really, really good to help anyone become financially free as quickly as possible. All right. So my blog is called yesfinanciallyfree.com. All right. So YES, yes, financially. So FINANCIALLY, and then free, FREE.com. Yes, financiallyfree.com. On the right side of that blog, there's a place where you can put your first name and your email address. If you do that, hi, Pimukana, welcome. If you do that, then you get on my email list, and then you'll get email notifications every time I do webinars. So it's a really good, and you can also email me from it. You can reply to it, talk to me. If you have any questions or you want any other webinars, let me know, and then I'll help you get the information that you're interested in, okay? Hi, Menkarata, welcome to the Scope. How's it going? So today I'm going to do a review of Dean Graziosi's Millionaire Success Habits webinar. Live event here in Honolulu. I went to the live event this past couple, I think it's about 4 weeks ago I went to the live event. I'm not sure exactly, 3 or 4 weeks ago. And I wanted to tell you a little bit about it. So this is who Dean Graziosi is. If you didn't know who Dean Graziosi or what he looks like, there he is. Honestly, when I went to the event, I had never heard of Dean Graziosi, okay? So I didn't know who he was. So I went because a friend of mine asked me to go with them. All right. So this is a Millionaire Success Habits flyer they gave out at the event. And it basically talks about, congratulations. Today's agenda includes a path to passive income, action items to take your life to the next level, short break, bonus presentation, and free gifts to all guests, right? So Dean Graziosi does not show up to these live events, at least not that I know of. The one in Honolulu, he did not come by, okay? So what happened was they had the live event and then they had a video of him talking, but the live event really focused on options trading. So the interesting thing is they don't do any personal growth like Millionaire Success Habits, except they did talk about the investor mindset. And they talked about how Dean, hi, Cutman Karamith, welcome. Hi, Texas Cannon, welcome back. So Dean Graziosi, he wrote a book called Millionaire Success Habits. So at this event, he tells you, he'll give you the book. When I was there, they ran out of books. So they told me they would send it to me. I haven't gotten it yet. That was, I guess, 3-4 weeks ago. So I don't know if I'll ever get the book, but if you don't get a book there, you might not get one, just saying. I don't know yet. They might be really slow with their mail. Who knows? But they give you the book. They also give you free lunch or dinner, depending on the presentation you go to. So they do give you free food. And it's very informational. It's a free event. So they will talk about options trading, just so you know. So it's interesting because I went to the Millionaire Mind Intensive seminar, which was a 3-day event, but that was actually personal growth and money habits, which I really, really like. I highly recommend the Millionaire Mind Intensive seminar. This one is not quite the same. This one is a methodology of making money, and it's not really passive. It's more, it's kind of passive, but it's kind of more active income, their strategy. But it was a good event. It was very informational. I recommend going just because it's free and it does teach you about options. So if you don't know anything about options, it's a really good introduction to what options can do, options trading. So I guess options trading is becoming very popular. I heard that it's more popular than it's ever been just from their training. So that's what it was about, really. This guy who showed up was not Dean. Just so you know, Dean will not show up probably to your event. There's a recording of him there. And the guy who showed up was an options trader. He worked for a company called Interactive Trader. And what he talked about was how his lifestyle changed when he started learning to invest and basically invest in options trading and other kinds of trading like that. So that's what's going to happen. This guy's going to be from Interactive Trader, and he's going to talk about how trading has impacted his life and how they made a partnership. Interactive Traders made a partnership with Dean Graziosi to do this event because Dean Graziosi believes in the company. Dean Graziosi, he made his millions. He became wealthy doing real estate investing. And they say at the event that he doesn't teach real estate investing anymore because real estate is not a good market to get into anymore. It's hard to make money in it right now because the price of real estate is so high. So he talks about how now what they're doing is options trading, all right? Stock market investing, options trading. And that's the way to go. And Dean Graziosi partnered with them because options trading is something you can get into without a lot of money. A lot of people have the issue where they have a stock portfolio in like a retirement plan, like a 401k IRA, and they're not in control of it. It just sits there, goes up with the market, down with the market, up, down. You know, it doesn't necessarily have a growth of return, and it has a lot of fees. So they talk about how they help people take control of their retirement, build retirement if they have no retirement, and that kind of thing. How much money to get in that? Okay, so this Millionaire Success Habits event is free. They had a lot of ads in the internet for it here in Hawaii. I didn't see it because I don't go on my computer. I don't really go on social media too long. Hi, Sirius27, welcome. Because hi, Ellen Sundidi. I go on social media to do some marketing for yesfinanciallyfree.com, but I don't hang out there like most people. You know, actually, I'm a mom. If you guys don't know, I'm a mom and a wife, so I like to cook really healthy food. I like to go outside with my son. He's 4, So we're thinking going to SeaWorld today. You know, we go to the beach. So meant to invest ballpark estimate. Okay. How much to invest to get to do options? Is that what you're saying? I think I understand what you're saying. So what they said is you can start with as little as like $100. It doesn't take a lot to start option investing, but if you start with $100, your options are going to be limited because you're going to only be able to buy options for really small companies. So that's what they say. So I'm not someone who would know that well. They suggest you start with $1,000 because they don't want you to invest more than 10% at a time of what you have to invest. So then if you had $1,000 to start with, each option trade you do could be 100, and that is more doable. Hi, El Gonzi, Gons97, welcome. So just so you know, that's kind of what they do at this event. So at this event, they give you kind of a hint at what options can do for you. Hi, in wheelchair soap testing product. Wow, that was a long handle. Okay, welcome to the live. Let me know your names, where you're from, by the way. Don't be shy. So this event, yeah, they talk about options and stuff as the way to make passive income. Now, how do you make passive income with options? The interesting thing is that they have certain strategies to do that. And I never knew that these strategies existed, let's put it that way. But like I said, it's not super passive. Like if you bought a property and just rented it, that's like really passive, right? If you, as long as you have a manager running it. If you have dividend yielding stock, something that I do a lot of, that's pretty passive. You know, you buy them, they just sit there and pay you money. I mean, it's really passive. I check them like once a month, or you can have alerts if you want to check them. Hi, Geneva, welcome. Thanks for joining the live. So that is pretty passive. Options trading is not as passive, okay? It's not super active. It's not like a job, okay? Like, although it could be, depending on how you do it. But options trading, what you do is you have to learn a strategy, and it's not super easy, okay? Because I went and learned more. I went to the next course after, and it's not like I can just go do options trading right now. I'd have to practice on a virtual platform for a while, and then I'd be confident enough to do it myself. So it's not like it just happens, all right? It's going to take time. It's a lot harder to learn than just buying a stock and holding for dividends. So it's harder than what I usually do for passive income, which is, I mean, it definitely takes a little more time. Let's put it that way. Now, is it a bad strategy? I'm not going to say it is a bad strategy. I'm not going to say that. It does require time to learn it, though. Seriously, like way more time than just buying a stock. All right. Okay, so at this event, this Millionaire Success Habits event, they hype the next event. Okay, so that's normal. So it is a free event in a hotel, it costs them money. So of course they're going to hype another event to pay for that event and to hype their end product, right? So at this event, they'll hype the next one, which is like a stock trading seminar class. And in that stock trading seminar class, you're going to learn about options, right? It's a 3-day class, and it costs $997. At least it did at this event. And they give you this money back guarantee if you do 15 trades in 60 days, live trades with $1,000 of your money, they'll give you your money back. So I don't know if they're going to do it. I went with a partner, and he has to do the trades. So he's going to do the trades, and then we'll see if they give the money back or not. I don't know. I'm assuming that they will, but we'll see. They still haven't given me my free book yet. But anyway, hi, Freakazoid3, welcome. So we signed up for the next class, which is $997, and that's for 2 people to go. So if you go to the event with a guest, you and your guest can go, or if you have a spouse, you and your spouse can go to the next event, which is a 3-day event, which costs $997, where they train you in more advanced option trading methods, okay? So some of the methods they talked about, which I'd never heard of before, like how do you make passive income with options? Honestly, I didn't even really know much about options. I knew a little bit because I played Robert Kiyosaki's Cashflow Game 202, and he taught about options. So that's how I knew about options. So Robert Kiyosaki does options too. So I never had any bad feelings about options. I just didn't know much about them. So they have different strategies that I didn't know you could do. Like if you have options right now, you could sell covered calls on your options. And if you sell a covered call, people will buy it from you, and it gives them the right, not the, what is it called? The right, not the, I forgot how they said it. They have the right to have you sell. They have the right to buy your stock if it goes up in value. That's a covered call. So if you already own a stock, you can sell a covered call. That means you have the stock. And if the stock goes up to a certain price, you're obligated to sell that stock to the person who bought the call. Now, they may or may not want your stock, okay? So they may or may not force you to sell them their stock, but you have the right, they have the right, not the obligation. That's it. They have the right, not the obligation, to have you sell them your stock at that price. So let's say you have a stock that costs 20 bucks and you sell a covered call for 25. So if your stock goes up to $25, they have the right, not the obligation, to make you give them the stock for 25. They can pay you $25 per stock and you will give it to them. Okay. So that's another thing. And options are much cheaper than stocks. All right. That's another thing. So you can work with you have to buy them in pairs of 100. So you have to buy option contracts that control 100 stocks. You don't actually own the stock. You own the right and the obligation to buy or sell it. Okay. So that's what an option is. Really interesting. They kind of talk about, just to understand what options are real quick. They have a nice example of the first options they can think of in history. There was somebody who went to all of the olive oil presses. I don't know, this probably was in Europe somewhere, where they have olives. And he went to the olive oil presses and he said, I want to pay for the right to use your olive oil press at this time of year. So he paid them. And then when the olives were all ripe and they needed to be pressed, only one guy controlled all of the olive presses because he paid for the right to use those olive presses at the time when olives were ripe. So that was an option. Okay, so that's the use of an option. When you pay for the right to use an asset at a certain time, for a certain time, at a certain price, all right? So they teach you that kind of thing at the seminar. So it's really educational if you don't know anything about options. I learned a ton about options, all right? So definitely worth going to. The first is free, like I said. They give you kind of a hint of things you could do. The interesting thing about what I was saying about selling a covered call is that I guess oftentimes people do not buy. Now they can, but they don't always buy your stock, even if the price goes up to the price that you sold the call for. So what happens is every time you sell a covered call, you just make money. Whenever they buy it, they just give you money straight up. So you could be making, like, they call it renting your stock. So you have a stock and you sell covered calls on it, and then you just keep making these covered call income like every month, every time you put an option up, every time you sell a covered call. All right. And so they think of it as renting your stock, which I didn't know you could do that. So that was really interesting to find out. And if you do have to sell your stock, you're selling it at a price that's higher than what you have it. So then you are still making a profit. So if you have a stock that's $20, it goes up to 25, and you have to sell it at 25, you've made a $5 profit per stock. And you've also made the money selling the call. So that's called covered calls. And they talk a lot about covered calls. That's just one income strategy, okay? I really liked one called an iron condor. And they get really a little bit confusing after a while. I'll probably do another webinar on what I'm talking about, because they're not super easy to understand. I'll just say, if I try to explain to you now, you might be like, what is she talking about? But just so you understand, I like this one called the iron condor. Hi, Shawnee126. Because it has a 90% or better chance of making you 5 to 9%. And that's per 4 to 6 weeks. Hi, Shawnee, welcome. Hi, Jean Mary Lee. This is not a book. This is a flyer for the event. The book that Dean Graziosi wrote is called Millionaire Success Habits. Okay, Millionaire Success Habits. So this is a flyer. I don't know if you can see that. And that's Dean Graziosi in his story. And it talks about what you're going to learn. This is what I got when I went to the free event. And he wrote a book, Millionaire Success Habits. You get a free copy when you go. Although you have to be like the first to get it. Otherwise, you won't really get one. Hi, 3 Nights from Dubai. Welcome. Hi, Patrick Martrell. Welcome. So we did sign up for the next class, which was a 3-day options class where they teach you more about options. The nice thing about the first class is they teach you the basics of options, real basics, like what is a put, what is a call, what that means. So you do get a good lesson on what that is at the first one. And then the second one, the 3-day class, they, of course, will be hyping their next big product sell. Okay, this is what happens at these events if you didn't know. They're to promote products, which is fine, right? Because they have to pay their overhead, the hotel rooms and their staff. So what they do at the second event is they have a 3-day training on options and strategies on options and other things like that. And investor habits, which is really good, actually. I really enjoyed the training. I learned tons of stuff. They do teach you enough to start, like to start doing options. You have to be very self-motivated though, okay? Just say, like, I'm very self-motivated, so it was good for me because I'm gonna go and start virtual trading some options and see how I do in my spare time. Hello, nice single. I'm gonna focus on just one strategy though, the Iron Condor, like I said. But if you have a lot of stock, you know, covered call sounds like a great strategy, right? Because if you already own the stock, thanks for the hearts, thank you. If you already own the stock and you want to make money with stock you already own, then you could totally sell covered calls. It sounds like a really good strategy to make money with your stocks that you already own. Hi, Shani. My primary goal to attend the course, my friend wanted me to go, and it was called Millionaire Success Habits. So anytime I see a class like that, I'm interested because I'm not a millionaire yet. So to me, I'd like to learn from millionaires. And when I'm a millionaire, I'll learn from billionaires kind of thing. So that's why I go to these events. I'm always open-minded to learn more things. So I hope you guys are also open-minded. You know, the more open-minded you are, the more I think knowledge can come in that you didn't know already, right? If you're already a millionaire, you probably don't need to go to the event, right? But if you are a millionaire, you might want to go if you don't know anything about options trading, because that's what the event is about. It's about options trading. So then so we did the 3-day event, right? And they do a lot of in-depth stuff about options, different types of options. They give you some really interesting information. No. In fact, okay, let's talk about debt a little bit. Paratherapy, welcome. So I know on this, you see this, and I've seen them hype it. They talk about free money, how you can make money with other people's money. They don't talk about that on this flyer, but I saw it in a video, I think, somewhere. And so if you saw that information about the event, I didn't see that before I went. Honestly, I didn't see any hype. My friend just brought me. Okay, it's an event where you bring a guest, right? So I was the guest who didn't know anything about Dean Graziosi or this event, and I went. Okay, so at the second event, the 3-day event that cost $997, one of the first things they have you do is they have you go to seeyourscore.com, right? And you put in your information and they pull your credit scores, right? All three credit scores for $1, and they get all your credit reports. And it's pretty good, you know? And then if you qualify for credit, there's a guy at the event from Fundwise, which is the company, I guess, that runs that, I guess, I don't know. Or they have another company that gives you credit, basically. So if you really want to take their advanced courses, they have someone there who can get you credit so that you can pay for their class. And the reason you would need credit is because their advanced classes, there's 3 levels of advanced class pricing. And the pricing ranges from $19,995 or something like that up to $33,000 something. Okay, so it's like pretty much rounded up, it's like 20,000 for their lowest package, and then 20-something thousand for the second highest package, and the 33,000 for the third. So they put you in debt to teach you how to make money. Patrick Martrell, hi. That's only if you don't have the money. Not everyone has to do that. But yes, they do. On the very first day, they have you pull that so that they can determine if you can, you know, have debt. Hi, Deuce 226. Now, I've heard this argument before. I'm not really a fan of it because I used to have debt for taking. I actually did take advanced seminars before. I did really enjoy it, though. I learned tons of stuff. So I'm not going to say it's not good to get into debt to learn something you really need to learn. I'm not going to say that because I did it, and I did learn a lot. So I'm not going to necessarily say don't do it, but you have to be careful whenever you get into debt for education purposes. And I say that to anyone, like today's whole college phenomenon where people are getting into so much debt going to college. It's almost ridiculous to me. But then again, most people will argue that if the education is worth it, going into debt for it is okay. So I'm not going to say it's not good or it's good, but I will tell you that's what they do. All right. Yes. So I agree. All right. So anyway, to me, education is not testing, right? It's not. Now, that doesn't mean it's not good. All right. I'm not going to say education is not good. Education is great. I've learned a lot from all these courses I've taken over the years, but they do have the investment, and they actually keep saying they don't believe you should borrow to invest at all. They don't believe that. So there's pros and cons to the whole thing. Okay, guys. Anyway, it's really interesting how they present everything. Now, let's talk about it though. So yeah, they send you to they have a Fundwise representative from that company there. So if you really, really want to do the advanced training, they pretty much hook you up with the Fundwise guy if you don't have the money, all right? Or if you do, but you don't want to pay out from your pocket right away, they have ways that you can get credit lines and all that with 0% for 18 months, but you have to pay 3% upfront. So it costs you $3,000. LOL, wise guy. I don't know what you're talking about exactly, but anyway, so they will basically see if you're interested, and they have someone they call a mentor, and they assign you to a group of people who has one mentor assigned. But the mentor's job really isn't to mentor in a sense of mentoring. Hi, the thriftiest. Unless you think mentoring is mentor you to find money to buy their product, because that's what the mentor really does. Because they did a needs analysis on us, which is fine. You know, what are your biggest needs? What do you want? What's your life goals and stuff, you know? After they do a needs analysis, then they will follow up with you if you're interested in attending an advanced seminar. So you don't really talk to them except once with a needs analysis. And if you don't want to go to the next level seminar, they don't really talk to you anymore. So just so you know that. Hi, Winner42. And I actually did a little review of that because they asked us for our opinion after. Hi, BO7. And I was like, if you have people assigned as a mentor, you should really not say they're there for mentoring. You should say that they're there to take you to the next step if you want to move on to advanced training, because that's more honest, you know, and then I wouldn't have felt like it was kind of weird. Do you think there's a genuine goal is to help you make money or make money off you on fees? I think their genuine goal is that they're a business, okay? This is genuine, all right? And that they are in the business of helping you learn options so that you can make money with options. I believe that's true. They seem like a very professional company. What I learned at their 3-day seminar was very good information about options trading. It costs $9.97 for 2 people, which I think is reasonable, okay? And the type of training that they offer that costs $20,000 and 20-something thousand and $33,000, it seems like it's very good training. Like it lasts a year. It's got all these different classes. They actually have you go to a workshop with your computer and they help you trade live with options. So, I mean, I think it seems like good training. I'm not going to lie. It seemed like a good training. I was actually considering it, although I wasn't going to borrow for it just because, like I said, I paid off over $30,000 in debt. I'm not going to get into debt again for something like this. It's just me, right? But that doesn't mean I'm going to not use their stuff and practice options on my own, okay? But they also give you a software you can use after the 3-day training, by the way. They teach you how to use a software which you can use that analyzes the market easier for you and also gives you easier options like it helps you prepare option strategies easier. So it's an interesting software too that they teach you about. So this is the things that they're teaching at the 3-day seminar, okay? The advanced seminars are more advanced, okay? The $33,000 package, you get a mentor who trains you one-on-one live, and then you can call them anytime for 2 years pretty much and get advice every time you're doing an options trade. So to me, that kind of advice is very valuable. And hi, DFF, welcome. So if you were gonna have that kind of a training, I probably would charge that much too. I mean, you get to go to their office, they pay for your airfare, your hotel. I mean, it's included in what you paid, the $33,000, but they have like advanced strategies, different kinds of things. They have online courses. They have local courses, like I said, where they sit with you and do options with you on a computer. But just so you guys understand, this event is really all about options trading, okay? It's called Millionaire Success Habits. It's not called Options Trading Success Habits or something. So it was, I mean, I didn't know what it would be about. And I have to say, options are interesting. I'm not going to say options trading is not interesting or well worth your time, because it seems like it can make a lot of money, but it is going to take time to learn it. Hi, Delph, 56 gold. I thought the 3-day seminar was very educational and a good deal, and definitely affordable for most people at the $9.97 for 2 people price. Plus, you can use their software. It's $29.95 a month. Are you passionate about options trading, or are you just buying into what they're doing? Hi, Patrick. You're so cute. Your questions are so leading. But anyway, I'm not super passionate about options trading. Okay, guys, I make my passive income through dividend stock investing, and now I'm going to get it. Now I bought a condo. I'm going to start doing some passive income through short-term rentals. But so options trading is not something that I do. All right. I'm going to start doing some of it because some of the strategies are more passive than others. Let's put it that way. Because I'm not an active income investor. I'm more of a passive income investor. So I will tell you this. I think options are very fascinating. I think it's good education to learn about. So I'm not super passionate about options, but I went to this training and that's what this training is about. Okay. And I learned a lot about options that I didn't know. So I thought it was worth my time. Because options are a very valid investment strategy to create passive income and active income, okay? Because some of it requires a lot of time. I'm not going to kid you guys. This is like something you just learn, okay? But it's something that you can learn. I'm not going to say that you can't. And a lot of people did take advantage of their advanced course, all right? So like I said, don't be surprised. They're going to pull your credit and they're going to see if you qualify for higher lines of credit to pay for this course, all right? The super advanced courses. Are they worth it? They look pretty good. I mean, I think that for what they were saying they would offer you and the price, it makes sense to me. Let's just put it that way. Because if you're going to get one-on-one mentoring for 2 years, and they said if you're still not, if you still haven't made back your tuition and are profitable and succeeding, then they'll give you another year. And I believe if you were really motivated and you really were good, if you took it seriously, like an education, like a college education, you're like, I'm going to college now, right? And you took it seriously and you went there and you learned I think you could get good with options and make a ton of money, because options, like what you can do with options is amazing. Honestly, guys, I didn't know all the money you could make with options, but they're definitely good strategies. They seem to be pretty level-headed, they have percentages to invest, percentage to pull out. So if you're going to make that your full-time job, it's exactly, Texas can't, exactly, that's exactly what I'm saying. If you want to make options your full-time job, it's worth it. Exactly. It's kind of like a college education. You're getting trained to be an engineer or a doctor. So you would go there and get trained to do options. Now, the nice thing about when you really get trained to do options and you get really good at it, you're not going to spend as much time as a doctor or a lawyer, though, okay? Honestly, it's going to take time to learn it. So in the beginning, it will be a full-time job. But I think eventually it could become very passive when you get really good at it, because you could set trades. It takes about 15, 20 minutes a day to set trades, and then you don't have to look at them. So it is a route to a more passive income later on. Let's put it that way. The learning curve looks pretty high, but after you learn it, yes, that's exactly what I was doing. If you want to know exactly what I was doing. Yes. So I didn't know, like I said, when I went to this event, I didn't know it was about options. All right. But it is. All right. And that's not a bad thing. Okay. If you don't know anything about options, I still recommend you go, because it's a good introduction to options, like a really thorough introduction to options. And I'll probably do some more webinars where they talk about how Warren Buffett uses options, and some other people have used options, because it was really fascinating, honestly, a very interesting subject. Didn't really know much about it. Like I said, I'm more of a passive income investor, and that means super passive. So like I buy things and they just pay me money, and it's very easy. Really, what I do is super freaking easy. But options is definitely a skill you have to learn. Now, is it a good skill, bad skill? If you go to the seminar and you like options trading, then then go for it. To me, it's like, it's a good education to learn a skill where it potentially could make you a lot of money if you're good at it and have an investor mindset. Value investing in Benjamin Graham, Intelligence and Investor Strategy. I'm not sure what you're referring to, honestly, because there you go. So if you want to explain yourself, you can, but I'm not familiar with that. Is it easy to become a millionaire? It depends. It really depends. If you ask me if it's easy to become a millionaire, it depends. For most people, no. Let's put it that way. But if you do learn options and you take it really seriously, I think it's pretty easy to use options to become, just from watching what they did. I mean, it didn't seem that, let's just put it this way. It didn't seem that complicated, but you have to learn to, it seemed like the hardest thing you had to learn when you learn options trading, besides learning what it is just to learn to control yourself. So you have, whenever you invest, you can, at most you can invest 10%. Warren Buffett was a student of Benjamin Graham and his teaching on value investing. Thank you for, elucidating that. Appreciate it. Yeah, I haven't studied a lot of Warren Buffett yet. That doesn't mean I'm not going to, but I have not. So I'll have to check that out. But yeah, I know something about Warren Buffett, especially how he used naked puts once, but we'll talk about that later. But anyway, that's an option strategy. But anyways, Warren Buffett is a freaking genius. I'm done. Okay. The more I learn about him, the more I'm like, God, this guy's amazing. But anyway, we'll talk about that more later. I need to learn more about Warren Buffett, but we'll discuss that later. But in terms of being a millionaire and all that, I definitely think if you do master options, you can become a millionaire and not too hard. Now, one other comment I want to make about these events before I stop this. I had a mentor once. Hi, Vandy8890. He has a net worth of over $24 million. So he's definitely a millionaire. He was my mentor. He coached me for 90 days every weekday. I had a little coaching session with him. He mentored me for a while. And he gave me some advice. And I take his advice very seriously because he's one of the few people I know who's, a multi-millionaire. Do you think everyone can become a millionaire, or is it based on the color of your skin? Okay. I don't think becoming a millionaire is based on the color of your skin at all. And yes, I think anyone can become a millionaire. I'm happy to send you a video for you to review. Yeah, that'd be great. Send it to me. My profile, if you click on that link, you can get on my email list. Like it asks for your name and your email. So if you put that in, you'll get on my email list, and then you can email me I would so appreciate it. Email me that video. I'd love it. Thank you. That'd be cool. You can also email it to me to my name at Gmail, maydodala@gmail.com, if you want to do that too. But my email list is great, so you should just get on it. But anyway, let's moving on. So thanks, Patrick. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much. I'm always open to learning more about geniuses like Warren Buffett, just so you guys know. One more thing I wanted to tell you. I'll get on your list. Yeah, definitely. It's a good list to be on. I talk about the topics I'll do every Wednesday and other things that I learn and resources that I had for financial freedom. Because I don't think, let's just put it this way. In what business is good to invest to become a millionaire? Your investment decisions are based on you. So whatever you are interested in investing in, whatever businesses you feel are strong, are where you should focus your attention to and research. What's the name of the video, Patrick? Share the wealth. So Patrick, send me the video and then I'll email it to the list. Okay, I'll look at the video, and if it's really good, I'll send it to the whole list so that everyone can see it. So if you're on my email list, I'll share Patrick's video with you. Okay, guys? So when I get it from Patrick, I'll send it to the email list. If you're not on my email list, go to yesfinanciallyfree.com, put in your name and your email, and get on my email list, okay? Really great list to be on. I'm a cool cat. And if you don't want to be on it, you can unsubscribe at any time. I have a whole system that runs that for me. So anyways, let's talk a little bit about the last thing I wanted to talk about this thing. Hi, Sapayan. Welcome, and welcome to Periscope. So, hi, Tori, to Tobago and Millionairess Mama. Welcome. Envision! Thanks for joining in again. Love you. So, your own business. Warren Buffett said that your best investment is investing in yourself. Well, this is definitely true. But that's very esoteric for people who really want to start making money. And you're like, invest in yourself. And you're like, what does that mean? Just saying, okay? But anyway, thanks for the heart. Last thing I want to talk about with this, and then, yeah, get on my email list, and what Patrick sends me, I'll look at it. And as long as it's good, and Patrick probably is going to be good, so I'll email it to y'all, share it to you. Share the love. We share the love here, right? We're all together in this journey. So let's talk about the last thing. The last thing I noticed about this, I was talking about a mentor I had who was a multimillionaire real estate developer in Hawaii. His net worth is over $24 million. So he's worth listening to, right? So this is my mentor, not this seminar. Okay. This is my mentor from before. He gave me certain advice about when to take advice from other people. Right. And this advice has helped me a long way, save a ton of money actually, and save time mentoring from people who aren't worth mentoring me. So this is the advice. You need to take advice from people who are doing something that you want to do, who are like you. So what does that mean? So let's put it this way. I'm someone who's healthy. I exercise. I eat well. I'm a healthy person. I have a child. I have a family. I have a husband. I have a child. Don't take financial advice from broke people. That's one way to look at it, but it's not just that. All right, it's not just that. So wait and hear the end. But you're correct. So obviously, you're not going to take money advice from people who don't have any money. Okay, that's the first thing. All right, don't take money advice from people who don't have money. So that's one thing. Okay. The other thing is, don't take advice from people who are not in the same situation as you and understand you. So what that means, and he put it this way, like, so if you have children, you want to take advice from someone who has children. So if you want someone who has a lot of money or is financially free and you want to take their advice, they have to have children. They have to have if they have to be like you. Now, if you don't have children, take advice from someone with no children. But for me, it had to be someone who had children, who has a husband or a wife, you know, a good relationship, like a good relationship, not divorced and upset and angry, but a happy marriage. I have a happy marriage. So someone with a happy marriage, someone who lives in paradise. I live in paradise. Okay, I live in Hawaii, right? My mentor lives in Hawaii, so he lives in paradise. So he counts, right? Someone who's healthy, you know, I'm healthy. I eat very healthy. I went to the doctor. I got like a super A+ on all my blood work. I'm like super healthy, okay? So healthy, you know, active, has children, has a family, you know, doesn't have to work a job. So I have to take advice from people like that, all right? So my advice, people who can give me advice has gone up, 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 up. So like most people can't even give me advice anymore, right? So when I went to this seminar, they already failed one level, healthy, wealthy, and wise. Yeah, you could say that. So when I went to this seminar series, they failed one aspect of my criteria. So I could not take too much advice from them. I did go to the advanced seminar, but thanks for the hearts, guys. Thanks, 40 for Mindy. Welcome. Thanks, Envision, for the clapping. So this is the deal. They were not healthy. And I got to say this straight up. All the presenters were freaking unhealthy. I'd never seen so many presenters so unhealthy. And I don't know why. And they live on mainland and they love to come to Hawaii because it's paradise. So they don't live in paradise, okay? So they failed my live in paradise rule. And they failed my rule of being healthy. Fat, yes. They were overweight, all of them. This is ridiculous. I don't even know why. I'm like, how can it be that every presenter is overweight, you know? Usually you throw in a ringer that's pretty or something. I'm so mean. Okay, it's not that they were unattractive. That's not what I mean. But they were overweight. And they all had pretty unhealthy waistlines. And it was very pet, dumb, and happy. They didn't look dumb, honestly. They don't look dumb. Fat, dumb, and happy. So they failed that criteria for me. Now the audience had a mixed weight, mixed health, you know. So some of them were very healthy and fit. Let's see, not most, but some of them were, you know, also very overweight. And so depending on your health, to me, it's like, if you're not taking care of your health, what the heck, you know, like your health bills are going to take away your wealth if you're not healthy anyway. It's like, but anyway, I'm not getting into that. But anyway, so they failed that criterion for me. So it was very easy for me to not take more advanced classes after the first one. So that's just my take on it. But that's something that my wealthy mentor taught me a while ago, and which really limits who I can take advice from, honestly, guys, seriously, because you want to find someone who's healthy. It's really hard. I've noticed in the financial industries, a lot of advisors are overweight. They're just not healthy. It's just terrible to see. It's kind of a tragedy. But even if you get past healthy, do they have a happy relationship? Do they have a loving relationship with a family? Do they have children that they spend their time with? You know, I spend a lot of time with my husband and my son. I have date night every night. Not every night. I have date night every week with my husband. You know, I spend a lot of time with my son. You know, we have a really good lifestyle. Long-term care in your retirement years with poor health will eat up your wealth. Yeah, totally. Like I said, healthcare costs, like, God. But anyway, so when I look for a mentor, he or she needs to be very healthy, have a very healthy family life, you know, good life with love life, social relationship good, live in paradise, you know, make more passive income than I do. We make about like $600 a month right now. So they have to make more passive income than me. And a lot of people fail in that because they don't make passive income. and they don't pay themselves their passive income. So we make passive income, we pay ourselves every month. So they have to make more passive income than me, meet all these criteria. So the pickings there are people like that, but once you go out there looking for mentors, you're going to find that a lot of people will not match your criteria. Hi, Turkey, welcome. So that's my final note on this seminar. I mean, it really struck me as very obvious, and I know most people are not looking for things like that, but every instructor for both of them was unhealthy, very overweight, in a point where they really need to change their lifestyle, or they're going to see very serious health issues if they don't already have serious health issues. Okay, so that was the first concern I had about it. And then the second advanced seminar with all their mentors, most of their mentors, except I think one, there was only one of their mentors that looked like he wasn't overweight, and everyone else was. And it just blew my mind to the point I was like, God, how can a company let all their representatives be that? But that's just me. All right. So now you understand my review of the company. And you might think my criteria is a little strict because they are making money. I'm not going to lie. They're not poor. But I mean, anyway, you got my point of view. So that's my review of the events. If you want to learn more about options trading, which I think if you don't know anything about it, you should get a basic education in options, because I think it's a valid strategy to use. It will take time. It's not passive income generation. It can become that once you master it. Like if your kid is coming out of college, they don't know what to do, I would recommend putting him through that training instead of going to college, honestly, because they'll probably make more money than if they go to college. Just saying. So I'm not saying the training is bad. I'm not saying it's overpriced at all, actually. But it is options trading. So if you want to go to Dean Graciosi's Success Wealth Habits event, that's what they were talking. Now, I'm not saying that tomorrow it will be, because I think Dean Graciosi, I think he partners with people who give him the most likelihood of success for the people who show up. Okay. So thanks for the big hearts. Hi, I am Aka. Hi, Goldian. Hi, guys. It's priced for the value received. Exactly. I think it's priced for the value received. If you want to learn options trading, I think it seems like it's a good education. I can't take it because they're all overweight, but God, not all of them. There was one guy who didn't look overweight, but anyway, so it is an educational opportunity to learn about options trading. Now, like I said, Dean Graciosi is a social, he's like he's a promoter, social icon who promotes wealth. It's very generic to get you in. You don't know it's options. So he could very well tomorrow change it from options to something else. All right. Hi, Sasa. I don't think he will anytime soon, because options is something you can learn right now. If you have stocks and you don't control them, it's a good way to take control of your stocks. So I'm not going to say that they're going to change it, but hi, Arrow YKS. When you do go to the seminar, it might be a different topic. I'm not going to say it isn't, because it's a very general, the way they market this seminar, it's very general, right? So at this moment, when I went, it was options trading. Tomorrow, it might be something else, because he might find another company that suits his clients' needs better, where they have more success. Oh, and he does, I forgot to mention, after the second training, the 3-day options trading class, if you decide to continue on with an advanced course, you do get to, you get part of his program. He has live training every week and some personal growth, I guess, trainings that you do get as well as the options trading. So you do get some of his live training after the fact. So that's what happens there. But during the first 2 classes, it's just a recording of him, right? All right, so that's my review of Success Habits with Dean Graciosi. Dean is the one of the few that actually uses his own advice and is in the game. Yeah, he seems like he's doing, I don't know if he's doing options trading, honestly, but he probably is. If I don't know. I'm not going to say. But I know he did real estate investing. That's all I know about him. And he sells products on TV. And now he sells it at these seminars. He seems like a cool guy. I'm not going to say anything bad about him. I think he's cool. He seems like I haven't learned anything of his strategies or anything, because I didn't really know him before I went. Okay, just saying. All the stuff I learned was not from him. Hi, Azza at 4935. It was from the presenter was from Interactive Trader, and he taught about options and investor mindset and stuff. So that's really what I learned about at this event. So I did not learn that much from Dean Graciosi, except that he is very high energy and seems like a cool guy. Hi, Ramanova. So anyways, thanks for joining in. I will have another webinar next week. Same time, 6:30 a.m. Hawaii time. And I do broadcast live on Instagram, Facebook, Periscope, and YouTube. And my blog is actually broadcasting live this same video stream. It's broadcasting live right now. So if you want to see a replay, you can either look at the replay on this social media channel. You can also check out my blog, yesfinanciallyfree.com, and you'll see a replay there. And you have a replay of all my past webinars. Thanks for the hearts that were any good. Just kidding. All my past webinars are there on the blog, and I've been blogging for years now. So there's a lot of information there on how to become financially free, how to create passive income strategies, reviews of events, books, lots of information. So it's good information. I used it to pay off like $30,000 of debt. I helped my husband pay off all his debt. You know, our net worth is now at $250,000 or more. So, and we used to both have negative net worth when we got married. In 2012, we both had a negative net worth, and our net worth is now individually and collectively over 6 figures. So it's really amazing to see what you can do if you set your mind to it and focus, you know, on the right information. So thank you for being here live. Check out my blog, yesfinanciallyfree.com. If you're on Periscope, subscribe to my Periscope channel by swiping to the right. Subscribe. I always have great things to say. Thank you, Patrick. Facebook, same. Subscribe, like. Hi, wait. Oh, Wiley, super fan. Welcome. Thanks for being a super fan. You're going to have to watch the replay, dude. Maybe if you're on Instagram, you know, go to the link in the profile, click, find out more. Share this with your friends, family, everyone who you care about, and let them know that they can come to Yes Financially Free anytime to get cool information on financial freedom. I'll be here again next week, Wednesday. Aloha. Bye, guys. Bye. Thanks for joining in. Bye, guys. And then I'm going to say this. If you're on YouTube and if you're on YouTube right now watching, subscribe to my YouTube channel, Creative Abundance Now, and also check out my blog, right? It's a cool resource for you, and it's there for you 24/7. So when I'm not here, you can just go back and watch cool replays and find out more information about financial freedom from someone who is walking the walk, not just talking the talk. So thanks for being a fan. If you're not subscribed to the YouTube channel, and have a wonderful day. Aloha.